Have you ever felt something shifting around you, even though nothing seems to have changed on the outside? That subtle moment when your intuition grows louder than logic, when the air in your room feels charged with meaning, when silence suddenly feels like a message instead of emptiness. If you feel that, stay. Something in this message is calling you, and it is not by accident that you are here. Right now, as you listen, there is a sacred awakening unfolding. It may not be visible yet, but it is real, powerful, and deeply personal. There is a reason your energy has been more sensitive, a reason your emotions feel heavier and your thoughts feel deeper. You are not overwhelmed. You are evolving. There is a transformation happening in the unseen layers of your life. A divine timing, a divine alignment, and a divine invitation are forming in the quiet corners of your world. You are entering a moment where your room is no longer just a space where you sleep or rest or exist. It is becoming a spiritual container, a private universe, a vessel for manifestation and renewal. Everything that has felt delayed, paused, or uncertain has not been a punishment. It has been preparation. The universe holds miracles not in chaos or noise, but in stillness, in alignment, in patience. And your energy is finally beginning to match what you once thought you could only dream of. There is a truth many never hear, or if they hear it, they never believe it. The truth is this: the miracle you seek is not somewhere out there. It is already connected to you. It is already choosing you. And very soon, it will enter your physical reality in a way that feels almost unreal. You may begin to notice small signs first: a repeated number, a familiar dream, a sudden calmness, a shift in how you breathe or how you speak or how you think about yourself. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. The energy around you is changing because you are changing. You may not fully see the transformation yet, but you will feel it. Your heart is learning to trust again. Your mind is learning to release doubt. Your soul is stepping into a future that is finally ready for you, and there is no turning back. This is where faith meets destiny. This is where hesitation becomes power. This is where the universe whispers, "You were never waiting for the world. The world was waiting for you." Before we continue, take a slow breath. Feel it. Ground into this moment. Because what is coming next is not ordinary guidance. It is an initiation, a calling, a remembering. If you can feel even a small spark of truth in these words, leave a comment with the affirmation, "I am ready for what is meant for me." There is something beautifully timeless about the Taurus spirit. You are not someone who rushes toward every impulse or every opportunity. You move with purpose. You move with awareness. You move with an inner rhythm that most people cannot understand because it is guided not by chaos, but by truth. Your nature is grounded, steady, patient, and deeply connected to the earth itself. You feel things through your senses, through the tone of someone's voice, through the weight of silence, through the atmosphere of a room. When the world becomes too loud, you do not escape because you are afraid. You retreat because your soul needs clarity. Taurus energy is not passive. It is intentional. It listens. It observes. It waits. You do not simply exist in the world. You absorb it. You remember the way moments feel. You remember the way energy shifts. You remember the lessons your heart has carried across seasons, across relationships, across versions of yourself. And although you may appear calm on the outside, there is an ocean within you. A powerful, steady current that has survived disappointments, rebuilt dreams, and learned how to protect what truly matters. Many underestimate Taurus because they mistake softness for weakness. But softness is not the absence of strength. It is the mastery of it. You are ruled by Venus, the planet of attraction, beauty, and value. This gives you the rare ability to sense authenticity, loyalty, and emotional truth before others even recognize what they are experiencing. You do not care for empty promises or superficial intentions. You crave connection that feels real. You crave stability that feels earned. And when you love, when you trust, When you believe in someone or something, you commit with every breath. Loyalty is not something you perform, it is something you are. But something inside you has been shifting. You have felt it like a quiet pressure beneath your thoughts, a calling that keeps repeating itself without sound. You may not fully understand what is changing, but you can feel it. There is a deeper version of you emerging, a version aligned with purpose, aligned with intuition, aligned with your higher path. And this transformation is not here to break you, it is here to awaken you. There is a doorway forming in your life, not a physical doorway, but an energetic one, and it begins inside your inner world, in the place you go when everything is silent and you finally hear yourself. This doorway does not open quickly. It opens when your spirit reaches the frequency of readiness, and right now, that readiness is rising. You may have noticed increased sensitivity, dreams that feel vivid and symbolic, thoughts that appear out of nowhere yet carry wisdom, a strange sense of anticipation as if something is approaching, even if you cannot name it yet. That feeling is the doorway speaking to you. Many people search for change in the external world. They travel, they rearrange their schedules, they force new beginnings. But your transformation does not require movement, it requires alignment. The universe is guiding something toward you that matches who you are becoming, not who you were. The Taurus journey is never rushed. It is refined. It is intentional. That is why your miracle waits until your energy is ready to receive it without fear, without doubt, and without self-sabotage. This doorway represents more than just opportunity. It represents identity, confidence, and spiritual inheritance. You are stepping into a phase where what you want and what you deserve finally begin to merge. The confusion you once carried is dissolving. The hesitation that held you back is weakening. The old patterns are losing power. And slowly, gently, but unmistakably, the universe is positioning you to claim the life that resonates with your worth. You do not need to force this doorway open. You simply need to allow the shift. Trust the timing. Trust your intuition. Trust your evolution. The miracle that is forming in your room is not about coincidence. It is about alignment. And the moment you fully accept who you are, the doorway that once felt invisible will become undeniable. Let us talk about your space for a moment. Not in a physical sense, but in an energetic sense. Your room holds memories, emotions, intentions, and fragments of every version of you that has lived there. Every silent night when you questioned your purpose, every morning when you woke up determined to try again, every whisper of gratitude, every tear, every dream, they all remain in that space. The universe listens to energy, not volume, which means your quiet thoughts have been heard just as loudly as your spoken words. Your room has become more than a place. It has become a portal, a meeting point between the visible and the invisible. There is a reason you may feel more connected to your thoughts there, a reason your intuition feels louder when the world is quiet, a reason it sometimes feels like the air shifts when you are alone. Your spirit recognizes that your room holds the energetic blueprint of your evolution. It is the space where your inner voice speaks the clearest, the place where your emotions rise to the surface, the doorway where the universe meets your frequency. There is power in familiarity, and your room is a sanctuary built from your personal history. Everything that has happened within those walls has shaped your spiritual identity. Taurus energy is deeply rooted in environment. You connect through sensory experience, through atmosphere. So when your room begins to change energetically, it means something is aligning. You may have felt urges to reorganize furniture, clean with intention, remove old objects that no longer match who you are becoming, or add soft lights, textures, or scents without fully understanding why. These impulses are not random. They are preparation. The universe does not send blessings where energy is stagnant. It sends them where energy is receptive. Your room is becoming magnetic. This shift may also affect your physical experience. You may feel waves of calmness or moments of deep reflection without explanation. Some nights you may fall asleep faster, while other nights you may feel awake with thoughts that feel important. These sensations are not interruptions, they are activations. The spiritual world works quietly at first, aligning vibration before aligning events. The portal in your space is opening because your spirit is ready to receive. The miracle is not simply approaching, it is entering. Now let us explore the miracle itself. The word miracle often makes people think of something dramatic, sudden, or impossible. But the truest miracles are rarely loud. They begin softly. They unfold gradually. They arrive in perfect timing, not as chaos but as alignment. Your miracle is not something random. It is a response to everything you have survived, everything you have learned, and everything you have grown through. It is the outcome of choices you made when no one was watching, and the resilience you held when life felt heavier than your strength. For Taurus, this miracle expresses itself in three powerful forms. The first form is a breakthrough thought, a realization that removes doubt, fear, or confusion. Not a small idea, but a revelation that shifts the way you see yourself and the way you understand your life. It could arrive in a dream, in silence, or in a moment where everything suddenly makes sense. The second form is an unexpected opportunity. Something or someone aligned with your highest timeline appears with clarity. This could be a message, an invitation, or a situation that feels divinely timed. And the third form is the silent inner upgrade. You simply wake up and feel different, stronger, calmer, certain, as if something invisible aligned overnight. What makes this miracle sacred is that it does not demand anything from you. It does not require you to chase, prove, perform, or convince. It works through resonance. It finds you because you have grown into the frequency that calls it forward. The universe is preparing to match your inner value with external reality. The blessing forming in your room is the manifestation of your healing, your patience, and your transformation. It is the confirmation that nothing was lost, everything was rising. There is a profound transformation unfolding within you, and it is not something that comes from the outside world. It rises from within your spirit, like a seed awakening after a long winter. Taurus energy moves through three stages of evolution. The first stage is the seed. This is the part of your journey where survival, stability, and foundation matter most. In this stage, you learn what security feels like. You learn what it means to build, to protect, to create safety for your heart and your life. The second stage is the garden. This stage is where your confidence begins to bloom. You start recognizing your value, honoring your needs, choosing what aligns with your emotional truth, and releasing what drains your soul. The third stage is the temple. This stage is rare because not everyone reaches it, but you are stepping into it now. In this stage, you become a vessel of intuitive strength and spiritual magnetism. You do not just attract, you embody the energy of what you desire. When Taurus steps into the temple phase, something extraordinary happens. Your presence alone becomes enough. Opportunities feel drawn to you. People feel pulled toward your authenticity, not because you are trying to prove anything, but because you radiate truth. This version of you no longer asks for permission to exist, to express, to feel, or to evolve. Instead, you recognize that everything you are is divinely intentional. You no longer settle for half-hearted connections or misaligned paths because your spirit finally understands its worth. You begin to choose peace over approval, alignment over convenience, and depth over temporary distraction. That is the power of Taurus in ascension. This stage also awakens an inner wisdom that you may have ignored in the past. Your intuition begins to speak louder than fear. Your boundaries become firm not from anger, but from self-respect. You feel calmer, more patient, more grounded, even when the world around you feels uncertain. This is because you are no longer living from reaction. You are living from awareness. The Taurus temple stage is the moment your inner strength aligns with your destiny. It is the moment your spirit steps forward and whispers, "I am ready." Now let us talk about something sacred, something simple, yet profoundly powerful. a ritual of alignment. You do not need crystals, candles, or elaborate tools for this ritual, unless your spirit feels drawn to them. What you truly need is presence. One moment where you consciously connect to yourself without distraction or resistance. When you feel ready, sit quietly in your room, the same room where energy has been shifting. Sit comfortably. Let the silence settle around you. Allow your breathing to slow naturally, without forcing or controlling it. Feel the weight of your body grounding you into the present moment. Close your eyes gently and place your awareness not in your mind, but in your chest. Notice the subtle rhythm of your breath. Notice how your body begins to soften as you surrender to stillness. Then say softly, either aloud or silently in your thoughts, "I am open to what is meant for me." Repeat it slowly. Feel the meaning of each word as if it is entering your energy field. Then say, "I trust my path." Let these words settle into your heart. Finally, whisper, "What belongs to me will find me." These three statements create alignment between intention, belief, and spiritual timing. As you sit in silence after speaking these truths, notice how your body responds. You may feel warmth, tingling, calmness, or a sense of release. You may feel peace rising or an emotional wave that feels like relief. Whatever you feel is correct. This ritual is not about forcing change. It is about allowing the universe to match your readiness. When you open your eyes, take a slow breath and notice the energy around you. Subtle shifts often begin quietly, but they create powerful outcomes. The ritual of alignment is the moment your energy says yes to the miracle already forming in your life. You have walked through a journey in this message, not just a message to listen to with your ears, but one to feel with your spirit. And now, as we reach this final part, let yourself pause. Allow yourself to become aware of how your body feels, how your breathing has shifted, how your inner world feels different than it did before. Because what you have received is not passive information. It is activation. It is remembrance. It is confirmation of something you have sensed for a very long time. You are not just changing, you are awakening. You are evolving into someone stronger, quieter in doubt, louder in intuition, and deeply connected to purpose. If you have ever wondered whether the universe sees you, hears you, or understands the weight you carry, let this moment be the proof. You were not forgotten. You were being prepared. Taurus, your journey was never meant to be rushed. You are the sign that understands the sacred importance of time. You do not bloom under pressure. You bloom under alignment. And right now, your spirit is entering a season where everything you have learned, lost, healed, and rebuilt will begin to make sense. You are moving from survival to expansion, from uncertainty to inner knowing, from waiting to receiving. You are becoming the version of yourself that your past self prayed to someday meet. There is grace in that. There is destiny in that. There is truth in that. And even if doubt tries to return, even if fear tries to whisper, a deeper voice inside you knows that you are ready, truly ready. From this point forward, trust every shift, every sign, every intuitive pull, every moment of stillness, and every wave of clarity. Trust the doors that close just as much as the doors that open. Trust that what is meant for you will never require you to shrink yourself, silence your truth, or abandon who you are, because you have entered a stage where your value attracts your future, not your effort alone. The universe is rearranging the unseen parts of your life so that what belongs to you can arrive without struggle. Your room is no longer just a room. It is where destiny knocks. It is where transformation begins. It is where your miracle enters your reality. So breathe deeply. Feel the truth settling inside you like warm light expanding through every cell. Let the past release its hold. Let the future reveal itself one aligned step at a time. And know this with absolute certainty. You are not the same person who first pressed play on this message. You are more aware. You are more aligned. You are more open to the life that is already on its way to you. And one day soon, perhaps sooner than you expect, You will look back at this moment and whisper to yourself with soft gratitude, "That was the turning point. That was when I felt the shift. That was when everything began to unfold." And now, Taurus, as we close this chapter, carry this truth with you. You are worthy of every breakthrough, every blessing, every opportunity, every love, every dream, and every miracle that is aligned with your highest path. Nothing is too good for you. Nothing is too far from you. What is yours is already moving toward you. And your only task now is to remain open, grounded, and willing to receive. Your future is not waiting in the distance. It is approaching with intention. It is coming with certainty. And when it arrives, you will not question it. You will feel it in your soul, and you will know. Thank you for being here, for listening, for feeling, and for allowing this message to connect with you. If you want to continue your spiritual awakening, your inner alignment, and your journey toward the life meant for you, explore the other videos on this channel. There is more waiting for you, more guidance, more clarity, more truth.